Hey there, fellow Americans. In a groundbreaking announcement that's sending waves through the nation, the White House has just revealed plans for an $1,800 stimulus check set to roll out on February 3 road. This news has got everyone talking, and I'm here to break down everything you need to know about this unexpected financial boost. But before we dive deep into this game-changing development, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay updated on the latest stimulus news and financial updates that could impact your wallet. The announcement comes at a crucial time when many Americans are still grappling with the economic aftermath of recent global events and rising inflation. This new stimulus package aims to provide much-needed relief to millions of households across the country. But the burning question on everyone's mind is, will you be eligible for this $1,800 payment? Let's break down all the essential details and requirements that you need to know. First and foremost, it's important to understand that this stimulus check is part of a targeted relief effort, meaning not everyone will automatically qualify. The Biden administration has established specific income thresholds and eligibility criteria to ensure the funds reach those who need them most. For single filers, the income limit has been set at $75,000 annually, while married couples filing jointly must earn less than $150,000 combined to receive the full amount. But what happens if you earn more than these thresholds? Don't worry, I'll explain the phase-out ranges and reduced payment calculations in detail. One of the most significant changes in this round of stimulus payments is the inclusion of dependents in the calculation. Unlike previous stimulus packages, this one provides additional support for families with dependents, regardless of age. This means if you have children, elderly parents, or adult dependents living with you, you could be eligible for extra funds. But how exactly does the dependent calculation work, and what documentation will you need to provide? These are crucial questions that need answering. The distribution method for these payments has also been streamlined compared to previous stimulus rounds. The IRS will primarily use direct deposit for those who have their banking information on file from previous tax returns or stimulus payments. But what if you haven't provided your banking details or prefer a paper check? Don't worry, I'll walk you through all the available options and explain how to ensure you receive your payment in the most efficient way possible. Something that many people are wondering about is whether this stimulus payment will be taxable income. The good news is that, like previous stimulus checks, this $1,800 payment is technically an advance on a tax credit, which means it won't be counted as taxable income on your 2024 tax return. However, there are some important considerations regarding how this might affect other tax credits or benefits you typically receive. For those who are receiving Social Security benefits, veterans benefits, or other federal assistance programs, there's good news: this stimulus payment will not affect your eligibility or benefit amounts for these programs. The funds are considered a tax credit rather than income, ensuring that vulnerable populations don't lose access to essential support programs while still receiving this financial boost. But what about the timing? February 3 RD is the official start date for the rollout, but will everyone receive their payment on that exact date? The distribution will likely follow a similar pattern to previous stimulus payments, with direct deposits being processed first, followed by paper checks and EIP cards. I'll explain the expected timeline and what factors might affect when you receive your payment. One crucial aspect that hasn't been widely discussed is how this stimulus payment might affect those who owe back taxes or other federal debts. Unlike some previous stimulus payments, there are specific protections in place to ensure that certain types of debt don't result in automatic garnishment of these funds. Understanding these protections is essential for those concerned about whether they'll actually get to keep the full amount. For those who have recently moved or changed banks, there are important steps you need to take to ensure you receive your payment. The IRS has provided specific tools and procedures for updating your information, and I'll guide you through exactly what you need to do to avoid any delays or complications in receiving your stimulus check. Many people are also asking about what happens if they don't receive their payment or if the amount they receive seems incorrect. The IRS has established a specific process for addressing these issues, including a dedicated phone line and online portal. I'll share all the necessary contact information and steps to take if you encounter any problems with your stimulus payment. It's worth noting that this stimulus package includes additional provisions beyond just the direct payments. There are several complementary programs and benefits that might be available to you depending on your circumstances. Understanding these additional resources could help you maximize the financial support available to you and your family. For those who are self-employed or own small businesses, there are particular considerations regarding how the stimulus payment might interact with other forms of business relief or tax credits. I'll explain the implications and how to ensure you're making the most of all available assistance programs. Looking ahead, many are wondering if this will be the final stimulus payment or if additional support might be coming in the future. While nothing is certain, I'll share some insights into the current economic indicators and political discussions that might influence future relief measures. For international citizens living and working legally in the United States, there are specific eligibility requirements that differ from those for U.S. citizens. Understanding these requirements is crucial for ensuring you don't miss out on a payment you're entitled to receive. Remember, time is of the essence when it comes to ensuring you're set up to receive this payment. There are several steps you might need to take before February 3 RD to guarantee a smooth process. I'll outline a complete checklist of actions you should consider taking now to avoid any last-minute complications. It's also important to be aware of potential scams that might emerge around this stimulus payment. Unfortunately, fraudsters often try to take advantage of these situations, and I'll share some red flags to watch out for and tips to protect yourself from stimulus-related fraud. For those who might be helping elderly relatives or others and navigate this process, I'll provide specific guidance on how to serve as a representative payee or assist others in accessing their stimulus payments safely and effectively. Lastly, I want to emphasize the importance of having a plan for these funds. While $1,800 can provide significant relief, making strategic decisions about how to use this money can help maximize its impact on your financial situation. I'll share some suggestions for prioritizing expenses and making the most of this stimulus payment. Before we wrap up, let me remind you to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay informed about any updates or changes to this stimulus program. I'll be covering all the latest developments and answering your questions in upcoming videos. Don't forget to leave your questions in the comments below. I'll do my best to address them in future content. Remember, staying informed and taking proactive steps is key to ensuring you receive the stimulus payment you're entitled to. Keep checking back for more updates and detailed information as we get closer to the February 3 RD rollout date. Together, we'll navigate this process and make sure you have all the information you need to secure your stimulus payment.